So you're probably wondering what's been going on since the news stopped talking about what's been going on. And we've actually had an email just this morning from some of the legal team giving us a bit of an update that we can share with you tonight. So before we start with the actual delayed list of things that are going on tonight, I just want to read you the email we've received. Girls are still in pre-trial prison in Moscow. In 10 days after the appeal step, they will be sent to penal colony. 99% chance that they will be sent to different penal colonies, which are very far from Moscow. This happens because it's beneficial for the authorities to divide them so they cannot feel each other's support. We already know that other women in the penal colonies are preparing to welcome them, so we're afraid of the girls' health and life. Next up, we've got Lisa Gornick, who's a speaker. She's a filmmaker, she's an artist, and I'm not going to do too much to introduce her because I think she can introduce herself. She knows herself better than I do. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Lisa.
Well, I have 10 reasons why I want to be part of Pussy Riot. I might add a few more as I go along, but 10 main reasons. Number 1, they like the word feminism, and they want men to like it too. They like women challenging the system, and usually, in my view, it's angry, violent men that take over the movements, so it's so great to see them doing it. They want to explore truth with smiles. That is their words, but I like it. And number 10, they wear balaclavas, and I want one. Pussy Riot, I love you.
Dear friends, paper. We are very happy to hear about your support in London. At the moment, seeing such thoughtfulness and diligence is crucial for us. I am certain that together, one way or another, we will be able to influence the political power and make Russia slightly more liberated. Your support inspires and strengthens our determination. A huge thank you to everyone. Thanks to you, instead of incarceration, we feel our collective freedom. Marsha.
Who's the MP who travelled to Russia to watch part of the trial.
But as it happened, when I went out there, the public interest as the trial started suddenly exploded, which was fantastic. The fact that the eyes of the world were actually what was happening on what was happening in that small courtroom in Moscow. And although I met a couple of members of Pussy Riot when I arrived in Moscow. We went round someone's flat and met a whole bunch of activists. And what was striking actually was they were young people that hadn't been that political until quite recently, but there really is a growing and strengthening opposition movement in Russia, which covers all the bases. You've got the oligarchs and the imprisoned business people. You've got people who come from quite a right-wing libertarian point of view, like Navalny, who's being threatened with being charged now. But then you've also got, on the other end of the spectrum, people like Pussy Riot, people who are involved in performance art and public protests and street protests and have come up out of the music scene, but not even so much the music scene, but the performance art scene. So you've got a whole spectrum of people that are coming together, and I met some of them.
Of the Putin government. When I read the three women's closing statements at their trial, it was mind-blowing and awe-inspiring. These three intelligent and brave young women demand all our admiration and support. They are not going to ask the tyrant Putin to pardon them because they quite rightly don't think they did anything wrong. So it's up to the rest of the world and us to force Putin to set Pussy Riot free.
to reach this constant. I was sometimes yours and sometimes mine. The clocks could not decide. They changed, they changed, they changed my outlook. They changed the pace in the space in